Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will talk about ELF. ELF stands for Executable and Linking Format. Now, what are the various types of object files? Object files. First one type is relocatable file. What does it mean? Holds code and data suitable for linking with other object files to create an executable or shared object file. And these files in Linux, or you can say in GCC compiler, the extension of relocatable file is .o. This one, .o. Executable file holds a program suitable for execution. Normally this file is written by default as a.out in GCC. Shared object file .so file, extension is .so, holds code and data suitable for linking in two contexts. What are the two contexts? Either we are performing the linking first and then loading the linked file into main memory for execution. Another context is what? If I am applying the dynamic linking, and I am combining this file with the executable file at the time of execution. It is written here. First, the linkage editor, basically this is a linker. Linkage editor means just this is also a linker, may process it with other relocatable and shared object file to create another object file. That means if there are two object file O1 and O2, if I apply linkage editor, then we will get a file which contains O1 and O2, and this file will be loaded in memory for execution purpose. Second, the dynamic linker combines it with an executable file and other shared objects to create a process image. Process image means what? We know that process. When I am talking about the process, that means I am talking about at the time of execution. It means if there are two files O1, O2 and some shared object file S1, these are combined at the time of execution to create a process image. File format. Basically, object files participate in program linking, that means building a program, and program execution, running a program. For convenience and efficiency, the object file formats provides parallel views of the file contents. One is the linking view, you can see here, one is the linking view, and another is the execution view. These objects files are divided into parts. You can see here, first one is ELF header, then second one is program header table, then there are different sections here, and after that there is a section header table. In linking view, program header table is optional. In execution view, there is ELF header, then program header table, then segment 1, segment 2 and so on, and after that there is a section header table which is optional here. You can see ELF object file format. First one is ELF header, then program header table. Then these are the segment or sections. Dot text, dot data, dot RO data, read only data, dot BSS, dot sim stand for symbol table, dot REL dot text, relocatable text, REL dot data, dot REL dot RO data, dot line, dot debug, dot str tab, and section header table. We will explain these. What is the meaning of dot text, dot data, dot RO data in further slides. Program header table describing 0 or more segments. That means if there is an ELF format file and there are segments here S1, S2 and so on. So all segments are described in program header table. Program header table. Section header table describing 0 or more sections. What is the meaning of section and segment? Segment contain the information that is necessary for runtime execution of the file. That means when we want to run any file, the segment contains the information that is used during the execution of that file. Section contain the information for linking and relocation. Although in the figure shows the program header table immediately after the ELF header and the section header table following the sections, but actual files may differ. It is compulsory that only the ELF header will be at first position in the file. Now, if you want to see the header of the file, just use this command read ELF. If you are using Ubuntu, just write only read ELF. You will get all the options that can be used by read ELF. I have used here -s to just find out the header of this file a.out. Executable file a.out. When you just write this command, you will see here ELF header, magic, class, data, version, OS ABI, ABI version, type, machine, version, entry point address, and like that. What is the meaning here? When you can see here the magic, just read these numbers 45, 4C and 46, where the 45 is the hex code corresponding E, 4C is the hex code corresponding L, and 46 is the hex code corresponding F. That means this stands for ELF. That means the file is written in ELF format. Next, another is class. If I am using 32-bit, you know that the architecture can be 32-bit or 64-bit. If the architecture is 32-bit, then this number will be 01. If it is 64-bit, then this number will be 02. Then another is, you can see here ELF 32. Data. To complement, either I will use LSB, least significant bit. It is also known as Little Endian. And then there will be, or you can use MSB or Big Endian format. For LSB, it will be 01 here. You can see here this 01. For MSB, it will be 02. Here in our architecture, I am using Little Endian. So that is, I am using LSB. So here it is 01. Now the another value is version. What is the version here? You can see here the version is 1. So it is written here 01. These are the numbers which are written as 0, and these can be used in future. Now you can see here the OS version is Unix System 5, ABI version is 0, type is executable file, machine architecture is Intel 80386, version is 01, and in this way entry point address is this is the header. This is the header information of read ELF. You can read this from the internet also. What is the meaning of various headers here? What is the meaning of various segments that are written in this header? Start of section header. This is the address, or you can say the size, and flag 0. Size of this header is 52 bytes. Size of program header is 32 bytes, and like that. Program header. You can see program header by using just ELF and then some argument. When you see that program header, this is the program header, and in this you can see what is the meaning of GNU EH frame. This is a sorted queue used by GNU C compiler GCC. It stores exception handlers, so when something goes wrong, it can use this area to deal correctly with it. We know that when we are running the program, there are so many times we are getting the exception. This area is used to handle those exceptions. GNU stack. This header is used to store stack information. The stack is a buffer or a scratch place where items are stored like local variables, and you can find out what is the meaning of PSDR, INTERP, load, and this one dynamic. You can see here from the internet, you can see here there are 9 segments, 0 to 8 in this file. Section header. By using that command ELF read, you can also see the section headers in for your executable file. The main sections in the program are .text, .data, .rodata, .bss. You can see here .data section, .bss section, .rodata section. This is the finish section, that means end section. .text section, this is the initial entry point, that means this is the initial, or you can say the start of the program in it. And in this way, these are the section for sim tab, symbol table, str tab, string table, and like that. These are the sections here. Main sections are .text, .data, and .rodata, .bss. What is the meaning of .text section? It contains the executable code. It will be packed into segment with read and execute access rights. That means only we can read this data and execute this data, which is written in .text section. .data, initialized data with read write access rights. That means if I have written int a equal to 5, a assign the value of 5. This will come in .data section. .data section. Initialized data, you can see here, initialized data with read write access. That means I can read this as well as I can overwrite this. .rodata section. It is for initialized data with read access rights only. That means I can read the data from this, just like const values. .bss section, uninitialized data with read write access rights. That means I have declared a variable but not an initialized value. That will come in .bss section. .rel, .text, .rel, .data, .rel, .rodata. These contains the relocation information. If I want to relocate the program from one position to another position. What is the meaning of relocation? I am just giving some idea here, but we will discuss in the further classes. Suppose that you have written a program and this program start from 0000 address, and I have applied some instruction format here to find out the machine code for each instructions. If I load this program in main memory in some particular address, suppose that I am loading this program at 1000 address. If this program is a relocatable object program, then it can be loaded at any position in the main memory. And this relocation information, I am just giving the idea here only. If I am taking the format 4 instruction, we know that in format 4 instruction there is an address of 20 bit, and this address is written the corresponding address which I have got when I have written this program from 0 address. Suppose that this address was 0011. So I have written here 00011 in 20 bits. Now when I load this program in 1000 address, this address will change, because when I am just starting this program in main memory from 1000 address, this address will be 1011. But in our instruction, what address is written? 0011. 0011. So I have to just write some instruction, some information. This address should be changed here. Suppose that this was the instruction number 2. The instruction number 2 or statement number 2. The machine code of statement number 2 at the time of loading must be changed. That means in place of this address should be written. So these informations are maintained in these sections for corresponding text or data. If I am talking about this one, then that will be text. If I am talking about this one, that will be data. And if I am talking about this one, that will be read-only data. Another section is .sim tag. This section holds the symbol table. The next section is .str tag. This section holds the string, the strings that are present in your program. Init. This section contains the code that is used for process initialization. We know that when I am writing any code, at the time of execution, that code is known as process. How that process will be initialized? This is the program. How that process will be initialized? This information will be maintained in .init section. .fin. This section contains the code that is used for process termination. Now, the purpose of this lecture is to provide you the concepts that when I am talking about executable formats, there are some sections that are written in the executable formats. Now, when we write the executable file corresponding any assembly code, if I am talking about SIC and SICXC, then from the next lecture we will take some sections in SIC and SICXC machine and we will write those sections only. For example, I have taken the first section as header section. Then we will study that how to write the header section. Then I have taken .text section, how to write .text section, and in this way we will proceed in our course. Then you can understand that what was the purpose of this lecture, to just give you the idea about in all executable there are some sections or segments that are present. Thank you very much.